Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the January meeting of the Policy and Resources Committee. I begin by wishing you all a very happy new year. The Council would like to advise that this meeting is being video and audio recorded, as well as being live streamed to YouTube. It will subsequently appear on the Council's website. Please ask that all mobile devices are either switched off or to silent during the meeting. Members, prior to the printed agenda tonight, it is my intention to make a statement which is my prerogative in accordance with my rights as the Chair under the Council's Standing Orders, specifically the provisions made in Standing Order 28. I was unable to attend the previous meeting of the full Council, held on Tuesday the 22nd of December, and so was absent when Council paid tribute to former Councillor Jeff O'Hare, following his sad passing after a long illness. As such, I want to take the opportunity tonight to put on record my own personal sadness at the passing of a good friend, a great councillor and an honourable man for our town. At such a time as we can return to the council chamber, it will be a great miss not to have Jeff in the seat next to me, and my thoughts are with his family at this sad and difficult time. Also at the council meeting in December, members will note that in my role as lead member for council policy and infrastructure, I was to make a verbal statement to the council as printed on the agenda. Because we sit in the public domain tonight, I cannot go into great detail about what I intended to say, save that I wish to inform the Council that I believed a significant legal threat to the authority existed, and this threat may still well exist. I have been informed that members are now largely aware of the context of this threat from discussion of other items on that Council agenda. I withdrew my proposed statement before the meeting, following what I perceived as an implication from the Town Mayor that I was withholding information from her. I will say categorically that there was no such information. This implication was both personally upsetting and amounted to making my position as lead member for council policy, and indeed my chairmanship of this committee, as untenable. Tonight, I need to provide members with some very clear advice. The conduct of several of you over the previous few months is not sustainable. The actions that some members continue to take leave this authority and therefore the public purse wide open to legal challenge from more than one of our employees. While scrutiny of officers and indeed of all council decisions is an important role of a councillor, this has to be conducted in the correct manner. To continue the course that some have embarked upon will lead to significant financial loss to this authority. This must cease, and it must cease now. Members must realise that the reason they were elected was to apply their energy for doing good for the people of Spennymoor. For some, this purpose seems to have become clouded, and for those, I urge you to see the light and turn the corner. Should the situation continue, this council will find itself facing a legal battle. It will be the responsibility of the lead member for council policy to expend much energy on defending the council from losing such a battle, and that lead member will have to eclipse their own work in their community with effort spent on this. Members, I can clearly state with no hesitation that if we find ourselves in this situation, that lead member will not be me. Though I do not intend to resign from my role tonight, mark my words that such will be immediate should my fears of legal action be realised. I will not be the broom that sweeps up the mess made by careless members intent on pursuing unjust causes. You will be on your own to reap the consequences. Our focus as a council must instead fix squarely upon supporting our community through these tough and unprecedented times. We must not take our eye off this responsibility to our town. As such, today I can confirm that following the announcement of Tier 4 restrictions for Spennymoor and the wider North East last week, and indeed following the announcement of the national lockdown restrictions, I have again asked the Town Clerk to consider appropriate support for our local businesses. She has again agreed to use delegated powers to suspend the rents of our town hall shops until such a time as they are able to trade. Any payments already taken for this period will be refunded to these businesses. In addition to this, all council employees will continue to work from home where it is possible and will continue to be paid. As a council, we will remain committed to supporting local organisations in supporting our community through COVID-19, and we wish everybody the best of health through this difficult time. Item 1 on the agenda is apologies for absence.
We have apologies from councillors Grayson and Harmer.
Thank you. Item 2, declarations of interest.
None received.
Item 3, members' dispensations.
None given.
And item 4, public questions.
None for this evening.
Item 5 is planning.
Again, none for this evening.
Thank you. Item 6, accounts for payments. First off, 6A, supplier payments for December. Members are requested to note the list of approved payments totalling £54,983.45 made during December 2020. We happy to accept those? Thank you. 6B is paid accounts. Members are requested to note the payment of accounts by BACS or card in the sum of £107,366.95 and payments by direct debit in the sum of £10,072.98 for December 2020. We're happy to accept those.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 7, members are requested to note the current bank account reconciliation for November 2020. So Finance Manager, you want to take us through this, because I know this is a fairly new document to look at.
Yeah, I'll just give a very quick overview on the bank reconciliation. So we've got to reconcile the council's bank account with the accounting records on a regular basis, and this is done at least on a monthly basis. It's good practice to actually include details of the reconciliation as part of the papers to council, and it helps fulfil the internal control requirements. So therefore, moving forward, it will form part of the policy and resources agenda. There's details on there. I don't propose to go through it, but it's just to show that our bank account and our financial records do reconcile. If anybody has any questions, happy to answer.
Thank you. I'm going to ask members to note that report. Thank you. Item 8, proposed fees and charges increase 2021 to 2022. Members are requested to consider the report of the Finance Manager.
Thanks, Chair. Again, I'll just cover this briefly. So in September 19, it was agreed to increase the fees and charges on an annual basis based on the RPI. At the Facilities and Recreation meeting in December, it was agreed that to increase allotment rents by the RPI annual average to October 2020 of 1.7%. So this report is to recommend increasing the fees and charges by the same percentage of 1.7%. It's therefore proposed that members agree to increase in fees and charges at 1.7%, the RPI annual charge to October 2020.
Okay, do you have any proposal on the report? Councillor Clive or Liz Madison? Councillor Madison, would you like to respond? Councillor Madison?
The RTS was for item 9, Chair.
Thank you. Can we put in our request to speak on the correct item on the item we're currently on? That would be helpful.
Chair, I did put item 9 on.
Yes, I realise that, but we're running through the items in order, and I'm on item 8. It would be helpful just to post them at the correct moment in time. Thank you.
Yeah, I am aware of that. That's why I put item 9.
Thank you, Councillor Madison. Can I have something on the table for item 8, please? Let's not jump the gun. We'll have no resolution for item 8, and we're talking about item 9. I need somebody to propose something for item 8.
Accept the proposal.
Right, thank you. It's on the table to accept the proposal. Can I have a second there?
A second.
Right, thank you. Was anybody against that? I can't see anybody shaking their head. Okay, we'll pass that resolution. Thank you very much. Item 9, letters of appreciation. Members are requested to receive the cards and letters of appreciation from Middleston Moors School. I have a request to speak. I think everybody knows that already. On item 9, Councillor Clive or Liz Madison.
Yes, Councillor Liz Madison. As Mayor, I would like to ask if the council can send a letter to the school. It was very nice to receive the letters of appreciation from the children, and it would be nice of the town council to acknowledge the effort that the children have put in to write to us to thank us for the selection boxes. So that's a letter of appreciation to the whole of the school at Middleton Moor Primary. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Madison. Councillor Richards?
Yeah, it's just relating to this, just an informal thank you, as my daughter is at King Street, as a parent to the town council, to thank you for the lovely selection box that she enjoyed very much, and she said it was delicious.
Thank you, Councillor. Okay, are we all in agreement that we'll send a letter of thanks back to the school?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There being no further items on the agenda tonight, we'll end the meeting there. Thank you very much for your attendance. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.